Yo guys, welcome back to another Texans video. Yes, I know Mr. Inconsistent is back with two videos back to back. But this is a video I've been wanting to make on two young guys that could really have good seasons for us if they, follow the right instructions and stay healthy, of course, is the big key for both of these guys because these are both guys that have dealt with injuries. But I'm really excited for both of these guys. I am higher on one than the other. I'm going to tell you both the players. The one that I'm really high on is named Jonathan Grenard, and the second one I'm not too high on, but I think can obviously still be a great player, or I wouldn't even put him on this list, is Ross Blacklock, of course. Ross Blacklock was picked before Jonathan Grenard, but I watched both of their seasons. I watched a lot of film on both of them, and I just like the way Grenard plays a little more, and I think he could fit the NFL really well. Grenard is the one on the screen right now, but you will see Blacklock on the screen later. I'm going to get into Grenard right now. The Houston Texans selected Jonathan Grenard with the 90th pick in the third round of the draft out of University of Florida, where he led the Southeastern Conference in sacks with 10 and tackles for loss with 16. He was also really good at pressuring the QB. He had 47 QB pressures, which obviously led his team. He's a 6'3", 260-pound edge rusher. Going off college, it looked like he's best when he can put his hand in the dirt and get to the QB, like push through. He's originally a linebacker, so like a Jadeveon Clowney type of player. Of course, like I said, he's really good at getting to the QB and does a good job keeping his hands up, and he does an extremely good job forcing fumbles that you probably see a few times in the highlights already. I'm going to get to some pros and weaknesses. Some pros is he's good at getting around the block because he's extremely strong and shifty for his size. He has a good work ethic, seems to keep to himself a lot, not really on social media too much. Yeah, and his coaches described him as a gym rat, which is really good, of course. Some weaknesses is he had limited playing time due to injuries, so that makes him somewhat of a raw talent that needs to develop to be great, which is nothing bad. A lot of people have to develop to be great, but lack of initial explosiveness off the edge and has been seen to get lazy when it doesn't allow you to make an initial play off the ball. And that's like a really bad trait to have. So you can't give up the play always. Someone that was really good at not giving up a play, obviously J.J. Watt, and he'll probably go down as one of the better defensive players to ever touch a field. But that's really all that I got on Jonathan Grenard, which I'm really high on. As you can see in these highlights, he's really good coming out of Florida. He was picked lower than Ross Blacklock, so that's something to keep in mind. I haven't really watched too much film on Blacklock, but I did look at all his draft descriptions and everything. So we're going to get on to Ross Blacklock right now. The Houston Texans selected Ross Blacklock with the 40th pick in the second round out of TCU as a defensive tackle. Seems to be somewhat of an athletic, disruptive interior defensive lineman. Blacklock is one of the most athletic D tackles in his class. He has it all when it comes to that position. Draft scouting says he has a bunch of pass rush tools, including a nice arm over move that reflects that of a defensive end, while also still being able to stout against the run. He's coming off of a strong season in 2019, following an Achilles tear the year before, which obviously sucks and probably took down some of his progression. Here's some stats: 40 tackles. He's a hit or miss. 40 tackles, 4 sacks. He's a hit or miss run defender, but an elite pass defender, which makes him really good in the pass game, of course. I'm going to go over some pros and cons. I'm going to start with the pros. Size, strength, and athleticism all check the boxes. He has a really good size for his position, of course. He has a quick first step that allows him to push centers back into the QB. Some cons are he missed the whole 2018 season due to Achilles, so that means he's going to be somewhat of a raw talent. He needs to work on technique and hand usage, and needs to improve on processing run and reading blocks, but all around can be a good defensive end if he develops, which obviously we hope he will. And development is super important when it comes to this league, especially with rookies. Some people, of course, bust their things, so some people can be being great in college but not develop well into the NFL. These are guys that haven't really gotten chances in the NFL too much, sitting behind some great players, of course. And this year we don't have Watt. We don't have some of our linebackers that we did. But I'm really I feel bad for Jonathan Grenard because I don't know how much he's actually going to touch the field, considering that we picked up so many linebackers. But hopefully they compete for that spot, and hopefully he wins out the spot. So I'm super excited for next year, of course, and I hope y'all are too. And just stay tuned for my next videos. Definitely going to be good ones. this offseason's taking so long. I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for everything. I can't wait for training camp. Can't wait for just getting ready for the season. I can't wait to watch preseason games. I've never said that, but it just feels like it's taking so long. I'm ready for football. But I want to thank y'all for watching the video. Thanks for getting my video to 1,000 views. Like again, bro. It means so much to me. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.